But you mentioned that a lot of it can be stream of consciousness. Are you, and especially if we're looking towards the album now, then are you looking for something when you write? Or is it just like you say, it comes out and I can only reflect on it afterwards, in a sense.
Yeah, I'm most certainly reflecting it after it's written, and and I tend to discuss the songs with people, whether it's journalists or just friends, and by having these discussions, the meanings of the songs sort of reveal themselves, because the writing for me tends to be a bit subconscious. The songs mean something,
Sure.
but at the time of writing, I'm not particularly sure. I'm not trying to impose anything upon them other than just get them out. But once they're out and I'm reflecting on them, and I'm thinking, oh, this is what my subconscious mind was trying to say. There's a method to the madness, in a way, And when I talk to people, they're like, "Oh, you remember this happened to you?" Then I'm like, "Oh, it's like therapy in a way, all these things are coming out through your songs, and so it is definitely the other way around. It's just they come out, and then I figure out what they mean after, or I don't,
Sure.
and and that's fine, and I think it's as a storyteller, which is what I think of myself as is I just tell stories, and I don't want to impose what they mean for me or for other people. It's just let's talk about the stories, and maybe um, maybe we can all find out some kind of meaning collectively together from them if we can.
Right. In terms of going towards the album and Tales of America, when did that idea kind of become apparent to you? That kind of the overarching
Yeah.
idea of what this album was going to
Yeah,
be.
well, so that I knew I was going to make Tales of America before I was in America,
Right.
which is very bizarre. Yeah, it was just a stupid dream.
Okay.
It's just like, I'm going to make this album. It's called Tales of America. I'm going to make it in America. At this, when I'm thinking this, I'm in some place in Nairobi. There's no path at all of getting to America. No path to getting here, to sitting here with you and having this conversation. But I just had this stupid dream, and somehow just putting one foot in front of the next, almost, that's why I say it feels like some sort of manifestation of destiny. But I had the title for that album has always been with me. It's just something I've always wanted to do, and it guided me a lot when I was, narrowing down the songs I'd written for the record, because I was like, oh, these songs do not fit into this theme of this old vision that I've always had. So yeah, it's that particular one, just for the debut record. It was just I was going to make this. I was going to make this album. I was always going to. It just took some time.
Well, that's very interesting then, because was there ever a moment along the road where you thought it might not happen?
Oh yeah, numerous times.
Okay.
Numerous times. I mean, I think even when I was conceiving the idea, part of me was thinking, yeah, this is just stupid.
Okay.
This is not going to happen.
Well,
But
that's very interesting, because when does that turn from and the doubt around you from people as well, and people telling you, no, you can't, you will never do this. When did that start to turn around for you in, well, I'm gonna do this, and I'm actually doing it?
yeah, I could almost say that it still is.
Okay.
In a way, I'm still those those little things prescribed upon you during your upbringing tend to take a strong hold on you, over a long time. That's why childhood is an important time, and how you raise your kids is important. But I don't know when it would be when I made that that sort of decision to forge forward, it was just putting one foot in front of the next, ignoring all the noise, and in a way hoping for the best. And I guess the universe conspired in a way to make the record happen.
Right. And then now here it is. So if we there's a lot of things you tackle on the record, but what for you was one of the key songs, or was it something that you felt this album needed?
The opening track in the record is called American Dream. It's probably the song I toiled over the most.
Okay.
In the record I wrote so many songs called American Dream. It was just the idea of the American Dream felt very pertinent to my journey, to me moving to the States and trying to make this record and trying to do all that. And so what was your question again? I think I lost you.
Well, what kind of what a key song was?
Yeah, cool.
Something you thought was
Yeah.
important to have on the album.
Yeah, I'm digging too deep into these questions and I lose track of what the actual question was. But yeah, American Dream was definitely, I think, perhaps the song that in a way maybe captures the sentiment of the record and of my journey. It was, because it's just about, it was very relevant to what my journey was and what I was trying to do, and I was trying to sort of examine that idea from the perspective of an outsider, being in somewhere different and having this sort of idea of what America is,
Sure.
and what the American dream is, or what it can be, and compare that to what the actual reality is once you are in America, and what those different experiences are. Because I think sometimes you can lose perspective, and so that's one of the things I was trying to do in this record and in that song is to talk about these things from the perspective of someone watching, of an outsider, from an observational kind of point of view, where I'm not offering solutions, or I'm not, I'm just sort of observing and being like, oh, look at this. Huh. Interesting.
I lived in America not too long, only a couple months, but obviously before I went there, I had certain notions about what America was and what it was going to be like, and I'm sure you had before you went there. Were you surprised by the way America actually was?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think just the general social unrest and sort of political turmoil has been surprising. Didn't really see that coming,
Okay.
And I think some of those issues that face America are some of the things that I was trying to talk about in this record and in that particular song. Because America is viewed all across the world as this sort of beacon, a place that's spearheading the mission of civilization throughout the race of humanity. But it's the work lies ahead. The work truly lies ahead. Not to say that a lot of work has not been done. It was a great experiment, the sort of the idea of America, and a lot of work has been done, and the idea that you can have a country where everyone is free and everyone can pursue the things they want to pursue and make a living doing things they don't absolutely hate. it's a great idea. It's such a great idea. I love that. And I love the idea of America. The idea itself, I think, is quite a great idea.
Very idealistic.
Am I
No,
idealistic?
no, but America, I agree.
Yeah,
America has this very
yeah,
idealistic
yeah.
approach to life, which is very good.
Yeah,
I think.
I love that idea of, like, you can do that. You can go out there.
Right.
You can fight for what you want. But and certain elements of that are accurate, and we have to recognize that, and we also have to recognize that the work does lie ahead. As we have seen lately, there's still a lot of work to be done, and so part of what I do in this record is trying to talk about these things in an observational way, to sort of, in a way, say that, look at this. This is great. What you're trying to do, don't ruin it. You have something cool going on. Don't ruin it. Just improve on it. Let's work to get better and to improve this idea to the best possible place it could ever be. To improve the path of improving the civilization of the human species to the best place it could ever be, whatever that is. Yeah.
Finally, then, having made this album, and like you say, it's more of an observation about certain elements in American life. And you also said that you continuously write. So, what have you noticed about what you're writing now and where your mind is going now?
Yeah.
Is it again observation?
There's a lot of fury.
Okay. Okay.
Currently, if yesterday has anything to do with it, my journal yesterday the words came out quite furiously.
Okay.
Yeah, couldn't tell you why. There, there's fury, there's confusion, there's just disarray in general in the words that are coming out now. And I think the words are coming out at any particular time are influenced by things that are happening within me and outside of me, in the world and in my own life. And sometimes I try to tie those together. And I think that's the thing I try to do with Tales of America, is to tie my experiences with the experiences of the things that are happening around. So, I talk about, I have some love songs in the record, and there's a consistent theme between these characters and these women in the songs in a way that they're kind of elusive. It's just this idea of love being quite elusive. But on the other hand, I talk about the American dream as this thing that's also quite elusive, and so that ends up being like a tying thing between those two things. And so it's this way of talking about my experiences, but tying them together with hopefully the experiences of other people, because that's the thing about storytelling, is we have to tell these stories and we have to have a conversation about them, and hopefully by talking about them we can all grow in some way.
They're meant to be shared.
Yes. Yeah, we're meant to grow together by telling stories. I think so.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.